On June 25, 2025, several significant government actions took place in Ohio, involving the state budget, education law, historic preservation, and policy amendments. 1. Approval of Ohio's 2026-2027 biennial state budget, HB 96. The Ohio General Assembly passed a 2-year, approximately $60 billion budget bill, which includes a major overhaul of K-12 public school funding and a shift to a flat state income tax rate of 2.75% for income above $26,050 by tax year 2026. This tax reform is projected to primarily benefit high-income earners by saving them money and will cost the state over $1 billion during the budget period. The budget passed mainly along partisan lines, with Republicans supporting and Democrats opposing it, criticizing it for favoring wealthier Ohioans at the extent of working families and essential public services. The budget also allocates funds for the Cleveland Browns Stadium and permits Governor DeWine to exercise line-item veto power before final approval. 2. State budget includes 6 anti-LGBTQ+ amendments. Alongside the overall budget passage, 6 amendments perceived as anti-LGBTQ+ were included. These measures have drawn criticism from LGBTQ+ advocacy groups and Democratic lawmakers who argue that such provisions misdirect public funds toward enforcement of discrimination, rather than addressing critical community needs, such as education and healthcare. Governor DeWine holds the discretion to veto individual budget lines and is under pressure to veto these specific amendments. Protection of credit unions in the state budget. The budget also includes protections for credit unions, as recognized by the Ohio Credit Union League, ensuring regulatory or financial stability for these institutions within the state's financial ecosystem. 4. Implementation of Ohio's anti-DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion law in higher education. Effective June 26, 2025, Ohio's new law targeting DEI initiatives in higher education formally goes into effect. The legislation, often referred to as Senate Bill 1, had survived a referendum challenge and represents a significant shift in state policy regarding diversity and inclusion programs at public universities. #5. Historic Preservation Tax Credits awarded. Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel, and the Ohio Department of Development announced over $66 million in tax credits to support 39 historic preservation projects across Ohio. These projects aim to revitalize 47 historic buildings statewide, encouraging private investment totaling approximately $518 million, transforming underused buildings into homes, offices, businesses, and manufacturing facilities. This initiative is part of an effort to preserve Ohio's architectural legacy, while stimulating economic development and neighborhood revitalization. In summary, June 25, 2025, was marked by key legislative activity centering on Ohio's budgetary priorities, including tax reform, social policy controversies, institutional protections, implementation of education law changes, and significant investment in historic preservation projects. These actions reflect ongoing policy debates on fiscal priorities, social issues, and community development within the state.